Hey guys, long time no see. Redux Studios is finally back with a brand new mod. I just want to preface that I'm happy to be back, and the mod that I'm about to showcase right now is going to be available on the Patreon for any tier for 1 week, and then the mod will release next week, same time today. So, I'm going to show you guys in Redux Studios Invincible Playground. Now, I'm going to save the best two features for last, but first we're just going to start with the characters. First we have Mark. Now Mark has his skins from the show. We have him unmasked, damaged, and I might just want to add the skin changing system and all the custom sprites, because these are all custom sprites. The system is based on Nova Interactive or Tim Tam. I'll leave their Discord server in the description. I just want to thank them for their fantastic help with the code. This wouldn't be possible without them. And the sprites are courtesy of Mikey and Tyrone in the Redux Studio server, one of the best staff members a guy could ask for. Anyways, continuing, we have the really damaged Mark, the blue costume, his unmasked blue costume, his blue costume damaged, and his blue costume really damaged. Now, that's not all it for Mark. We're going to have to spawn, I guess, like 16, because that's about how many there are. I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, so it's like right on the dot. Now we're going to select all of them, and we have all Mark's variants. So we first have No Mask Mark, then we have Stripes Mark, I wouldn't even let you be a slave in my empire, Tracksuit Mark, Long Hair Mark, Flaxen Mark, that's honestly my favorite, he's dripped out, Sinister Mark with a cape with cloth physics, Omni Mark, same thing, cape with cloth physics, Viltrum Mark, Mohawk Mark, don't know why I skipped this guy, No Goggles Mark, Mask Mark, like I said, he's masked, I don't know why I went back for that Mask Mark, Mustache Mark, Bug-Eyed Mark, Shiesty Mark, Bald Mark, and last but not least, Prisoner Mark. All the variants. There's, I think, 1 or 2 missing, but they'll be added promptly. The next thing I want to show is the strength system. So now we're going to put Mark up against a just normal human, and he basically just bounces off of the guy. Now this is courtesy of MC Studios from their Dragon Ball Ultimate mod. We got access to use their strength code. Now Mark can also has a punch power, so he'll do damage like that. Now a good thing about this that's not in the Dragon Ball Ultimate mod is a strength menu. Now I can change Mark to be having like 100 strength, and then we'll send in another. Now he barely pushes him, and compared to how Mark will do, he will send this guy flying. Now, if you want a more in-depth look of how the strength system works, I'd really suggest looking at MC Studios' video on Dragon Ball Ultimate. It is one-to-one the same thing, we just have an added strength menu. Oh, that was a little bit of a spoiler. Next, we have Kid Omni-Man, or Oliver Grayson. He has same thing as his brother. He also has an unmasked form and a bloody form. Next, we have Omni-Man, cape with cloth physics. Now, this cape can be removed. And we have his damaged variant and his really damaged variant. And mind you, I have personally scaled the characters to what I think their strengths would be, but with the strength menu, you could scale them yourselves. Like, for example, Omni-Man is 25, while Mark is only 14, like, strength-wise. Then we have Conquest. He has the little cloth physics on his Viltrumite thing. Now, what's cool about him is he has an accessory, and that being his gauntlet, which changes his lower arm to be metallic and also slightly stronger. And when you take it off, it goes back to being flesh. He doesn't have any skins for the time part. Next we have Thrag. Now if you only watch the show, this is just a character from the comics. He's a cool guy. He's got a cape that can be removed. He's got a little fur coat that can be removed and added, and he is also very strong. Next we have Alan the Alien. I don't know why Omni-Man's here, I'm just going to let him watch. We have Alan Alien. Now he's really cool because he gets bigger. He gets bigger and tougher when you change his skin to his post-restoration. You can also give him an angry face. And I think that's pretty cool. Next we have Battle Beast. Now Battle Beast doesn't have any skins, but what he lacks in skins he makes up for in being an absolute beast. he is just boom. He'll beat the shit out of you. Now, two mods that I will highly recommend for this mod is the automatic limb repositioning mod and the easier limb selection mod. These will allow you to be able to have the same amount of control over the characters as I do. And I, again, highly suggest. Also Mulligan, because Mulligan you can flip them and heal them quite easily. Next we have Cecil. Now Cecil is one of the first introductions of me learning how to use the particle system, because he has a power menu, which you can turn and disable and enable his warp ability. So he teleports like that, he leaves a little trail so you can see where he was, he goes to the characters, and then boom. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, last but not least, I have the thing that I'm most excited to show you guys, and that is the customizable Viltrumites. Throughout the time that this mod will be updated, we're going to be adding more and more accessories. But these Viltrumites can have different hairs, and mind you, these are all mix and matchable. Once you enable one, it toggles, so you can combine this, even, it doesn't even matter. There's also facial hair, with a beard, and a bigger beard, and also scars. Like this eye scar that chooses when it wants to work sometimes. Mind you, this is going to be the beta that releases. It's a little finicky, but I think there is a limit to how many you can put on before it starts glitching out a little bit. But we'll put the scar on the girl, we'll give the girl her hair, and then we'll give her a beard, because who cares, you know? Now that is the showcase of the Invincible Playground mod from Redux Studios. This is just beta 1. The release, this beta will be bug fixed and all, and then released on this time next week for the public. Right now, our new reworked Patreon, usually the tier 2 Patreons will get betas, but since this is our first beta back in a long time, this will be access to any Patreon. And if you don't want to get the Patreon, which is perfectly fine, just wait a week and you'll have this, and probably a lot more, because I was only going to release the skins tonight, but then I decided to add the powers, I decided to add the customizable Viltrumites, because I just want my first mod back to be good. Now, as you can see there in the corner, there's a Sonic mod, and I just want to show you guys one thing, a little sneak peek to the Sonic mod. Well, two things. First, I want to show you something with Metal Sonic. You give Metal Sonic an emerald, he gets a new menu, the Emerald menu. Now, oh, that's actually not what I want to show you. He gets a skin menu. Now, if you click Neo, he is now Neo Metal. And I think that's pretty cool. But then, we'll get Sonic, spawn a couple more Chaos Emeralds, and just sit back and watch. Sonic mod now uses the custom sprite system. So if you damage characters, their whole body actually gets hurt, not just squares where their body should be. This is a more work in progress mod, and I'll be giving updates shortly, but I just want you to know that this is in the works, and I'm very excited. This is also where the teleportation code really shined, because, you know, Shadow the Hedgehog, you already know that this guy is always, you know, chaos control, whatever. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for sticking with Redux even through our ups and downs. I've gotten into a little bit of some health problems lately, and I'm feeling a lot better, but I really want to give back to the community. So I hope you guys like the Invincible mod, and I want to reassure you guys that many more characters are to come. I just want to thank MC, Tyrone, Mikey, Viz, Delphiner, Tyson, Rumillion, everyone in my staff over at Redux Studios, and I also want to thank MC and Nova Interactive for letting me adapt their code. I wish you guys a good night. Thank you.